Hi, and welcome to Gospel Time Podcast with your host, Matthew Travis. It's a podcast that gives you hope and encouragement, coming at you on February 28th, 2022. Every Monday and Saturday, we come out with a biblical topic on our podcast. Well, if you'd like to download this episode, go to the link below. And if you would like to contact us at gospeltimepodcast.org@gmail.com. Now, let's have a Gospel Time podcast. God bless you all. Hi, and welcome to Gospel Time Podcast with your host, Matthew Travis. Today I want to talk about God or Broken, and this will be the first episode of our God or Volume 1. So, today I want to turn to the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 18, and it says, "The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit." My title today is God or Broken. This is the first episode of God or Volume 2. I want to name 7 things that you get broken from. The first one is broken from your friends, broken from alcohol addiction, broken from being fired from your job, broken from people calling you worthless, broken from loneliness, broken from pain, and broken from depression. Now I'll do them all over again so you can get them. And I'll also have these down in the description also so you can write them down if you like to. This is called, it says, broken from your friends. Broken from alcohol addiction. Broken from being fired from your job. Broken from people calling you worthless. Broken from loneliness. Broken from pain. And broken from depression. So if you like to write those down, and like if you were going through one of them things, if you're broken from it, you can write them down and ask God to help you, and He will help you. If you just ask Him, He will help you. So in today's world, there is brokenness from depression, alcohol addiction, pain, loneliness, worthlessness, fired from your job, your friends being mean to you, and family disputes. But God said in the Bible, He is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and so God is with you through the broken times of your life. I want to read a verse from the Bible in Psalms again, but chapter 147, verse 3. Psalms chapter 147, verse 3. And it says, "He healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds." Yes, that is right. He does heal the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds. So when you're broken, God will take the broken pieces and put them back together. So when you're broken, just call on God, and He will be there. And if you're not saved, just call on Him and say, "God, I want you to save me," and He will. You can't fix your brokenness yourself. You need Jesus to come and let Him put the pieces back together. God doesn't leave you alone, only if you have a my way attitude. He don't leave you alone. There's a verse in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 5, and it says, "Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have, for He hath said, and I will never leave thee nor forsake thee." So at your lowest times and your broken times, God will never leave you. What does the word mean? What does leave mean? Well, I mean, what does the word never mean? What does it mean? Well, it means not ever, at no time, not in any degree, not under any condition. What that means, it says never, not ever. That means not ever. Not even time in this world. At no time. There's no time. There's no time limit when he will leave you. No time limit. It's forever. Not at any degree. Not under any condition. So God will never leave you, nor forsake you.
Power off.
So never forget that. The devil will give you brokenness and tell you, well, you're too broken. God will never heal you. Yes, he will heal you. Now I want to name 4 things that gives you tears and loneliness and brokenness. The first is broken when someone dies. Broken when you have no food. Broken because you were abused. Broken because fighting and shouting in your home. Now I'll read them 4 things over, and I'll have this in the description also. When someone dies. Broken when someone dies. Broken when you have no food. Broken because you were abused. Broken because you're fighting and shouting in your home. In today's world, there's also death from COVID, flu, or anything that gives us brokenness. Because when someone dies, it is so heartbreaking. Because if they were not saved, you know where they were going, and I feel sorry for them that they didn't ask Jesus into their heart before they died. But if they were saved, you know where they were going. I want to read a poem by William Cowper, and I quote, "Restraining prayer, we cease to fight. Prayer keeps the Christian's armor bright, and Satan trembles when he sees the weakest saint upon his knees." Yes, that is right. He does tremble when he sees the weakest saint upon his knees. That's faith right there, and that's trusting in God. When you're at your weakest moment, that is faith and trusting in God. Because God will lead you through the valley of your struggle. God is with you on the mountain, and He is still God in the valley. So God is with you in the valley. When you're at your lowest moment, He is still with you. So just trust in God and have faith that He will stay with you and be with you through everything you go through, because He will be with you. So when Satan gets you down and broken, we got to still trust and have faith in God. Like Job, even through Satan's tested his faith and all them things happened to him, he still had faith. His wife said, "Curse God and die." Job said, "You speak like a foolish woman," because Job was still going to have faith and trust in God. If you will, turn to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy path." So if you are someone out there that's broken, and you don't understand why God hasn't mended your heart yet, He will. Don't lean on your own understanding. I want to name some people in the Bible that suffered brokenness. The first one is Mary, the mother of Jesus, and then Job and Jesus. I'll have them at the description also, so you can write them down. Mary, the mother of Jesus, Job, and Jesus. There is probably more people in the Bible that suffer brokenness. I just got the main ones. There's different meanings of broken, like broken in heart, broken for somebody, broken because of your life. Now I'll have them at the description also. Broken in heart, broken for somebody, and broken because of your life. But people in Ukraine, people's heart are broken. and there's Christians in Russia that are broken, and tomorrow. So we need to pray for them in this critical time. We need to pray for Ukraine because there's a situation going on in Ukraine, and God needs to work through, and He will. Because I trust in God that He will help them. There's a verse in the Bible in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, and it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I just want to read that again. "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Because He will give us rest. In our dire moment, He will give us rest. He said, "Come unto me, all that labor." What does labor mean? It means working. It means working like you're shoveling snow, or you're mowing the lawn, or raking leaves. Like that. It's working. It's labor. And are heavy laden. Like when you have a burden. When you're burdened, God will take that burden off, and He says, "I will give you rest." So, Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I named some people in the Bible. The first one was Mary, the mother of Jesus. Yes, she was broken because that was her only son. And He was on a cross dying for everybody's sins, with a crown of thorns and beating, and people spitted in His face. And His mother was right there watching everything, because Jesus had to die for our sins. And now, because He did, we can get saved. Now, I want to talk about Job now a little bit. Well, Job had his cattle, camels, oxen, his children killed, and sheep and all taken away. And then his friends tried to come and tell him he sinned against God. And Job sat and hit in dust and ashes, and still blessed the name of the Lord. Well, I will be right back. Just stay tuned. I will be right back. I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back with some more Gospel Time podcasts. Well, I hope you will stay tuned. Well, I'll be right back. Just stay right where you're at. Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Gospel Time Podcast with your host, Matthew Travis. Well, I just want to take a short break and tell you about if you'd like to contact us and ask us any biblical or spiritual questions, or us to send Bible verses to you, just please contact us at gospeltimepodcast.org@gmail.com. Well, thank you for tuning into this short break. Now, I hope you will enjoy the rest of the broadcast. God bless you all. Well, hi everybody, I am back. I just like to read something from a book. It's called Perfect Trust, and it is by Dr. Charles Swindoll. And the first page, it got my eye. So I just want to read this short page real quick to you. We take a look at the money in our pockets, and it says, "In God we trust." Trust Him to do what? Keep us from evasion, make us prosperous, sustain our potential of world power, or leadership revolutionary soldiers used to say, trust in God, but keep your powder dry. Yes, as a nation today, we are so much more self-reliant, keeping our powder dry, than we are God-reliant, trusting in Him. Here's a direct question. Can you trust God? There are two ways to look at that question. Can you trust God? That is He dependable in all times of need? Will He do what He says? Or secondly, we might ask, can you trust God? Do you have such relationship with Him and such confidence in Him that you can believe He is with you always, even though you do not see any evidence of His presence and His power? Is that right? He is with you still in your lowest time, even though when you don't see the evidence, He's still with you. And you should have faith, and like it says in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. So we got to still have faith in stuff we do not see. Like, we can't see God. Can you see God? I can't see God. We can't see God, but we still believe in Him. And we have faith and trust that we still believe in Him, even though we can't see Him. We have faith that He's real. So I hope you have enjoyed this podcast today. You can get this on all the podcast sites. And you can get this on Mixler, YouTube, or any other podcast site, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Well, today, I just thank you for joining me live. And if you'd like to contact us to ask us any biblical or spiritual questions, or me to send you Bible verses, contact us at gospeltimepodcast.org@gmail.com. Well, thank you for tuning in to Gospel Time Podcast today. God bless you all, and I hope you will choose God over broken. God bless you all.